Srimad Bhagavatam ki Ustri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda a little train. Oh, it's French?
Yes.
Oh,
Deeply French.
Oh, I'm not so expert.
Oh, Krishna.
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat Ashtakayeshu Yabhadreshu Nittam Bhagavatam Sevaya Bhagavatam Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nastake. Hare Krishna.
You need some water?
I don't think so. So we are, dear devotees, welcome everyone to Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to read from Canto 9, chapter 6, verse 8. I think it's available here. Shesham Nivedayam Asa Jai Radha Parisisvara Bhagavan ki Jai Janat Badisubhaj Maharani ki Nitai Satyasuda ki Sri Prabhupada ki Jai Pitre Tena cha Tadguruhu Kodita Prakshanayaha Dustam Etad Akarmakam Shesham Nivedayamasa Pitretena cha Tadguruhu Kodita Prakshanayaha Dustam Etad Akarmakam Sesam Nivedayamasa Pitretena cha Tadguruhu Kaditaha Prakshanahaya Dustam Etad Akarmakam Sesam Nivedayamasa Pitretena cha Tadguruhu Koditaha Prakshanaya Dustam Etad Akarmakam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Can you recite, please? Sesam Nivedayamasa Pitretena cha Tadguruhu Kodita Prakshanaaya Dustam Etad Akarmakam
Sesam Nivedayamasa Pitretena cha Tadguruhu Chodita Prakshanaya Dustam Etad Akarmakam Shesham Nivedayamasa Pitretena cha Tadguruhu Chodita Prakshanaya Dustam Etad Akarmakam Sesam Nivedayamasa Pitretena cha Tadguruhu Chodita Prakshanaya Dustam Etad Akarmakam. Word by word translation, word by word meaning, then translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki. Sesam
Shesha,
the remnant,
the remnants,
Nivadayamasa,
Nivedayamasa,
he offered
he offered
Pitre
Pitre
to his father,
to his father,
Tena
Tena,
by him,
by him,
Cha
Cha,
also,
also,
Tat Guruhu,
that Guru,
their priest or spiritual master,
their priest or spiritual master,
Choditaha,
Gita,
being requested,
being requested,
Prakshanaya,
Prakshanaya,
for purifying,
for purifying,
Aha,
Aha,
said,
say,
Dushtam,
Dushtam,
polluted,
polluted,
Etat,
Etat,
all this flesh,
all this flesh,
Akarmakam,
Akarmakam,
not fit to be used for offering in Shraddha.
not fit to be used for offering in Shraddha.
Translation, Bhikukshi offered the remnant of the flesh to King Ikshaku, who gave it to Vaishishta for purification. But Vaishishta could immediately understand that part of the flesh had already been taken by Bhikukshi, and therefore he said that it was unfit to be used in the Shraddha ceremony. Purport: that which is meant to be offered in Jagga cannot be tasted by anyone before being offered to the deity. In our temples, this regulation is in effect. One cannot eat food from the kitchen unless it is offered to the deity. If something is taken before being offered to the deity, the entire preparation is polluted and can no longer be offered. Those engaged in deity worship must know this very well so that they may be saved from committing offenses in deity worship. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Kiranjana-salakaya Chakshuramiलितं Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya-Manavishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Shyam Rupam Kadamayyam Dadadi Shapadantikam Vandhyam Shri Guru Shri Juta Shri Chitpadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Cham Sri Rupam Shakrajatam Sagaranatannitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Varijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Cha Hare Krishna Karuna Shindu Dena Bandhu Jagatpate Gopashi Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwamishwati Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Gancha Kalpataruvishta Kripa Shindu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavabhya Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Shavatale Srimad Jayapitaka Swami Nityana Vinamachal Japada Nitaikiva Pradayane Gauragata Damadaya Nagar Brahmatarini Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Shavatale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityana Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravan Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Pachata Deshatarine Hare Krishna. Dear devotee, welcome to all of you here in the morning session of Srimad Bhagavatam. Today it was a little bit misunderstanding between me and Dalnite Prabhu. So he was thinking it will be tomorrow. But anyway, so I didn't get even time to see what is the verse today and what is the translation and purport. But anyway, so I beg, humbly beg mercy from all of you so that whatever I'm going to say, that must be aligned in Guru Parampara and by the teaching of Srila Prabhupada. So here, Srila Prabhupada mentioned about the deity worship, though it is actually the action of Karma Kanda. And Narottam Das Thakur, he told that Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Shakali Bishara Bhanda, Amrita Buliya Je Bakhai, Nanajuni Brahman Kori, Kadatta Bhakshana Kori, Tar Janma Adapate Jai. So he told that this Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Shakali Bishara Bhanda, that all of these Karma Kanda, ritualistic activities, Jnana Kanda, activities that is related to the knowledge, Shakali Bishara Bhanda, these are considered to be the poison. Amrita Buliya Jibakhai, one who is taking this, considering it as a nectar. Nanajuni Brahman Kare, he is roaming around different spaces of life. kadartha bhakshana kare, and in different form of life he is eating so many polluted things, just like we see in different creatures, which one is considered the abominable or very, very like nasty, that can be considered good for some other creature. Just like there are some creatures who like to eat the stool of the human or other animal. That is the super tasty food for them. So that's why it is said, Nanajuni Brahman Kari Kadartha Bhakshana Kari. Roaming around in different species of life and taking different types of tastes. Tar Janma Adapata Jaya. And thus one's life is going to hell. So that's why in the spiritual platform, Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda, these activities are not highly motivated. Especially because, as we also heard from class yesterday also, that even if there is a little bit of mistake, that can make a huge turbulence in the whole process, and whole of the effort will be destroyed totally. Just like when we are a child, we are used to play in the mobile phone. There are different types of game. So we are playing the game level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and it's interesting. The more levels are coming, a little bit more difficult. But once you fell down, then it again starts from the first level. So you have to do it again. It's very tough. So I was thinking at the time, why they don't give the higher we stop from there. So after coming in Krishna Consciousness, I understood that the Krishna Bhakti is like this way. Where you stop the game, like you stop in level 10, then in your next life, if you can't complete it, in your next life, you will get chance to play again from level 10. But in Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda, there is not any surety. That's why Narottam Das Thakur say, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Sakali Vishera Bhanda, Amrita Valya Jiba Khai, Najuni Brahman Kari, Kadartha Bhakshana Kari, Tar Janma Yadapata Jai. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur told that whatever Narottam Das Thakur has written, that should be considered as the Shastra also. Not only in case of Narottam Das Thakur, in case of every prominent acharyas, authorized acharyas, whatever they say, whatever they write, that is also considered as Shastra, because it is stated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Brahma Pramad Pralipsha Karana Patav Arju Biggo Bhakya Nahi Dosh Esha. There are 4 kind of defaults that is available in the normal human being. Brahm Pramad Vipralipshan Karana Patav. Brahm means we are getting illusion. Like that is very natural. How we get illusion in our different sphere of our life, and sometimes we can think the rope as a snake and snake as a rope. Once I saw a drama in Bengali drama, so it was a comedy drama. It was so nice to see, like comedy. So they were doing a comedy. So they are saying, people, we kept something interesting inside this black box. So please come and put your hand here. You will get something very interesting. So people are very enthusiastic, and they told, if you can guess what is inside, then you will be gifted a nice gift, nice reward. So people are interested. So they one by one they come and put their hand there, and they see something like moving and very cold. So some of them easily understood it was a snake. So they immediately shout, "Wow!" So later they told, yes, actually it was snake. Some people they couldn't understand. Because their eyes was actually blinding with the some cloths, and they put their hand and they are trying to figure out what's inside. So somewhere, some people, they are just trying to see. It was not a poisonous snake. So anyway, yeah, it's like a nice game. So here we see that Narottam Das Thakur saying, okay, also we are discussing about the Brahm Pramad Vipralipsha Karana Patam. So this type of Brahm is there in every living entity. And Pramad, we can describe it in this way. When one get Pramad, then he don't know, he just doesn't know what to do or what not to do. Just like in the Bhagavad Gita, there is a nice verse. You know this one, like from the Rajaguna, this last is coming, and how step by step Lord Krishna describing. I forgot the first line. Dayat Visampumsa Sangad Dayat Visampumsa Shangajayat Abhijayate Shangat Shangayate Kamat Kruda Vijayate Krudat Bhavati Shammaha. Shamma means Pramad. Shammat Siddhivangsha Buddhinashat Pranashati. How there is a step by step, there is a scientific analysis of how people get addicted to the sense object by their senses, starting from the mind, one kind of sense, like subtle sense, and which leads to the ultimate destruction. Pranashati, Vinashati. So, like when one get like this situation of pramada, so they don't understand what is good, what is bad. And actually it is due to the Raja and Tamaguna, Rajo Tamabhamakiptam, as it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Rajo Tamabhamakiptam Vimudamana Atmana Jachat Dharana Dhir Hantim Jatat Kritam Malam. All kind of this illusion and this pramad, it's coming actually due to Raja and Tamaguna. Because when one is in Saptaguna, then everything seems to him very prominent and manifested. Every decision he takes, it most of the cases, like that's why we see when our acharyas and senior gurus and Vaishnavas, they take decision, that is very clear to them, and that is actually fruitive. Just like when Srila Prabhupada, he was trying to purchase some lands in Mayapur. So Srila Prabhupada went there, and that was very like forest at that moment, and nobody could imagine even there can be the center of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So Srila Prabhupada, he had his stick in his hand, and he was showing there's all of this area will be our property, and there will be a huge temple, and this will be the center of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and there will be a huge congregation surrounding the temple, and all of the devotees from the world, they will come to the place of Mayapur, to the place of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the devotees, those who are hearing that, they were just, they couldn't imagine, and so they expressed their doubt about it and saying, Srila Prabhupada, how it can be possible? It's forest only, it's dense forest. So how it can be possible here, the center of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness? But Srila Prabhupada, they had the supervision, they knew what is going to be happened in the near future. So that's why Srila Prabhupada told that it's possible. And also, like if we see the, like Veshadeva, he was the literary incarnation of Lord, and he, while writing Srimad Bhagavatam, by following the instruction from his spiritual master Narad Muni, so while he was blessed by Narad Muni, so he was sitting on the meditation, and sitting on the meditation in the form of Lord Vishnu, and every situation and circumstances and every knowledge is automatically revealed to him what's going to be happened even in the Kali Yuga, which is going to be happen years after years. Like there is a nice saying in the first canto in the purport Srila Prabhupada mentioned, there is one verse which is proclaiming the incarnation of the Lord Buddha. Buddha namna anjana suta kikuteshu bhavishyati. That there will be there will be incarnation of Lord Buddha. Buddha namna anjana suta. And he will be the son, Suta means son. He will be the son of Anjana. Buddha namna anjana suta. The name will be Buddha and he will be the son of Anjana. Kikuteshu bhavishyati. And he will be incarnated in future. And there in the purport Srila Prabhupada mentioned that Srimad Bhagavatam was written 5,000 years ago, but Buddha came approximately 2,500 years ago. And that is the beauty of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and that is the beauty of the sages, great sages and devotees of the Lord. They can see the past, present and future. So we are discussing this point from this sloka, how all of the information are given by the spiritual master or by the great sages and acharyas. That must be taken, this must be considered also as good as Shastra. That's why Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur told Narottam Das Thakur, whatever he has written, that is also Shastra. And that's why in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it was told that Brahmapramad Vipralipsha Karuna Patav Arju Viggo Vakkanahi Doshesha. Brahmapramad and then Vipralipsha, cheating propensity. And while we are trying to serve by giving the discover yourself to the newcomer youth devotees, so we are all discussing these 4 points. There was a nice example we are giving that was highly relevant in our culture, maybe not relevant here. So like in our Bengali culture, always there must be some chili in the food.
So what?
Chili, green chili.
Oh, chili.
Yeah, without chili. Okay, without chili, we even couldn't imagine how food can be tasted. Even like before coming to France, it was unknown to me. Without chili, we can take some food. To be honest, after coming to temple, I knew that, okay, without chili, food can be taken. So anyway, so sometimes it happens when mother was serving to the to food to family members. So sometimes it was so spicy and so hot, the little children, they can't take it. Oh, it's so hot. So mom said that, no, I just given one chili only. But we see that there are 5 chilies on the plate of the father of the children. But just there is a little bit of cheating with the children. That no, I didn't give too much chili. I did only one, so that he get a little bit pacified. So we are giving this example, like sometime like our friend are calling, where are you? Okay, I am on the road. Still I am in the bathroom. So even if we can think maybe we are not doing a huge sit, but still there is this tendency of doing cheating propensity. Even to be honest, inside me it's available. I can guarantee. Maybe it's not a big deal, not a big issue, but for the little cases, sometimes we do, because that is the, you can say, intrinsic propensity among the living tendencies, living beings. So Brahmapramad Vipralipsha Karana Patav. Karana Patav means the like how to say, our senses are not totally perfect. That is called Karana Patav. So with this limited senses, we can't grasp the unlimited knowledges. And that's why there is nice saying in the Chaitanya Charitamrita maybe. What is this? Let me remind it. Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Bhiggana Bujay. It is very difficult. It is very arduous to understand the activities and the tasks of a pure devotee. Even the great person who is fulfilled with knowledge, it may seem to him very difficult to understand. There are some nice examples in the scripture also we see. But anyway, so the main point we want to discuss that Brahm Pramad Vipripsha Karana part of Arjubi Gubakkanahi Doshesha. So whenever our spiritual master, whenever Srila Prabhupada, whenever our previous acharyas, they are saying something, we must accept it without any deviation. We must accept it as the permanent authority. Even sometimes it may seem to us how it can be possible, especially when we will read Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, and there are several cantos which describing the upper planets, that is really impossible to imagine. And in many verses I can show you, Srila Prabhupada gave the mention. It is, someone may ask how it can be possible, but it's possible. How it's possible we don't know, but it's possible. So there are, and now if any materialistic person or if any skilled person full with material knowledge, he can argue. Okay, so we don't have like to put our faith blindly. So how can we take this knowledge, how can we take this information when it is said that it's almost impossible to understand, and how it's happening, even the person who is giving the purport, he doesn't know. So is there any solution of this contradiction to you, of this question to you? Anyone of you? Yeah, I think they are logical, because that is natural tendency of the human being to be logical, to understand as their capacity allows, as deeper as they can go to understand everything what is surrounding to us. So this may be a good question from their side. Okay, we are not ready to accept this knowledge unless it's properly explained to us how it can be. Is there any answer? Like I'm putting my suspicion about it.
Your suspicion is
Yes.
that's how we can get this knowledge.
No, it's not. There are different stories are there in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and even in some cases in the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that this may seem to someone it's imaginary or speculative things, or hypothesis, but it's true. There's the real story. Even it can be explained by our senses, but we have to accept it as an authority. So if some materialistic person, they say that how can we take this without properly explained, without properly being judged, properly understood, how it can be? So what may be our answer to pacify them also, and to pacify our mind, because especially my mind is stupid, and when the newcomer devotees, they are coming, they are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, oh la la, how is possible? How can it be possible? No, maybe then the Nastic atheist person, they are putting these arguments as a mythology, so maybe it can be mythology. So we have to have this knowledge also, so that we can put our entire trust on the scriptures.
They say this spiritual knowledge comes from above, from a dimension where we don't have access. So necessarily what's there should be inconceivable to our logic.
We don't have trust on your word.
Yeah,
That is inconceivable. How can we make it conceivable?
That's one thing, but at least what we can conceive is the practice, and that we can put.
But I am not satisfied with your answer, because I am not eager to practice. First, I want to know what is the system, what is the knowledge. Then there will be question of practice.
That's the problem. It's because you don't want to practice, therefore you cannot see by yourself.
Yeah, that may be logic.
Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita,
Shangshatma Vinashat.
Na buddhi ayuktasya, na chayuktasya bhavata, na chibhavasya shanta,
Shantasya kuta
sukam. You won't be able, your intelligence will never be able to conceive this knowledge if you don't practice. Because if you don't practice, you won't have any experience. If you don't have any experience, your mind will never be pacified and you will never get happiness, spiritual happiness. If you don't have spiritual happiness, how can you be happy in this life?
That means every knowledge that should be experienced first. So if I want to know how the feeling of the cancer, then I have to get the cancer at first. You are saying like this? As it is experience based. So if I want to get some sort of knowledge by experiencing, then I have to go through this. So if I want to know how cancer, the patient of cancer feels, then I have to get the cancer.
Well, if you want to study cancer, you have to find someone with disease from cancer. That's how science functions. So they have to find someone with disease. Similarly, if you want to...
That is also one kind of experience.
If you want to understand the spiritual knowledge, you have to take it from someone who has realized it.
Yeah, that is one good answer.
To this person, I would come to examples like, how do you
Thank
know
you.
who is your father? How do you know who is your father? Or how did you discover that this piece of paper, you can buy things from it? Did you have any experience? Did you make any analysis about who is your father? Did you test? Did you make research? No, you accept the verdict of your mother. So you have to trust someone. You have to first trust, and then you can open your consciousness to receive some knowledge. Humility is first. You have to try to give some little faith, not blind, but some little faith, and then you can get a little more, and then get inspiration. No?
Yeah, both of the answers are really so relevant and good. Anything else?
He's not
Thank you.
happy with that. You are a rough materialist.
Yeah. Why you put in this seat to me? No.
Following what Bhagavatam says is that we have the tendency to put implicit faith in scientific figures and matters. And when I say, for example, all the light travels at such speed, do I really do all the myself the mechanistic?
But someone is doing, like Galileo had did that.
Yes, but I didn't verify that experience by myself. If all the
So I have to trust. I have to trust on Galileo.
I trust that he did the experience nicely.
Yes.
Similarly, when it comes to this spiritual knowledge, why, as Bhagavatam says, why I should not put the same implicit faith?
Yes.
Say, okay, they have this experience. Why should I not try at least?
Yes, that is nice explanation.
Like as well, there was one about the train. Are you asking the train driver, like, can I see your license?
Yes.
And can you show me that you really did the study? And,
Show me all of your certificates.
And and then if you see that, then okay, I come on
Otherwise,
board.
I'm not going
Otherwise, I'm not going.
133 bus.
That's a nice one.
So then,
Then
yeah.
it's nice. Anything else?
The tendency of the materialists is to not put as much scrutiny as they do for religion. They don't do
But
this.
yes, in one sense, it's obviously it's true. But in one sense, we can't totally blame them, because the most terrific things and the most cheating things are happening in the name of religion in the whole world. You see, especially if you go to India, you will see there are so many temples, so many gods. Even in every religion, there are so many fake sadhus and fake scriptures. Even the scriptures are being changed. Like I tried to do a little bit research about other scriptures. So while reading the Quran, we see that the new updated version that is going on now, it's highly changed and it's totally aggressive. But the earlier versions, that was not too much aggressive. So in the name of putting the piece, they are just arranging the wire throughout the world, and that's why we see the consequences of it.
Mm.
So all of these answers, thank you so much. There is really so nice answer. And one more with these things, one more I can add like this. Even in the scientific analysis, there are many formulas and laws. Even the scientists, they are taking without any explanation. Like there is one engine called Carnot engine, and with the Carnot engine, they think it's the one engine that can work 100% efficiently without any loss. But in practical, there is no Carnot engine. But they believe that Carnot engine how works, and we have learned so many equations on Carnot engine. But in the final, we see there is no engine like that, because every engine they can't put 100% efficiency, every machine. So we are accepting that. There is one in the mathematics. There is some numbers like we say in Bengali, Bastav Shankha, practical numbers, and there are some formulas, more than 10 formulas. And while learning that formulas, there is no explanation of these formulas. But you can explain the other mathematics with these formulas. So if you ask from where you get these formulas, we don't know. These are the formulas. So that is their logic. So you see, even in mathematics, even in physics, even in every cases of even in the chemistry, we have heard the Boyle's theory, Searle's theory. In every theory, there are exceptions. They say that these molecules, they don't follow this theory. So you have to accept that they works like this. So this is the like study of this. Even there are many incidents, like there is one numerical research about the pi. You know pi in the mathematics, pi. So the value of pi is still increasing. Yeah, the value of pi even is still the number they are getting. It's like dividing 22 by 7. So, but they are accepting a value of pi 3.1416 because with this value they can calculate so many mathematical problems, and they can implement it. Yes, implement it in their practical science. So if we ask, there are so many numbers, still there is, and for that there is one day, World Pi Day. You know that?
Yes.
World Pi Day.
Remembering all the decimals of it.
Yeah, and still the numbers are coming. So even we see, and there are so many examples, other examples. Even we see in our normal science also, we have to put our faith. We have to take something as authority. Without this, we can't calculate others. Like if we want to calculate our house, then how mathematics? Then you have to take it, meter is correct, the parameter, no? So everywhere there is something, even the knowledge of cosmology, science, in any field, we have to accept someone or something as authority. Without this, we can't evaluate or we can't take the knowledge. And that's why we have to accept knowledge also, this knowledge that is, as Prabhu told, inconceivable by our senses, imperfect senses, as the knowledge should be considered as perfect, this knowledge. And how can we put our faith, as he told, like if they say that these are the things we have to accept it in, if you want to do the mathematics or if you want to study the physics, then we are saying that this Krishna consciousness process is totally depending on practice. This is our fundamental basis. You can never acknowledge it without just with your reading, just with your knowledge, unless you practice it. So you have to read it, at the same time you have to practice it. And when you will practice it, then day by day, time by time, it will be revealed to you. As it is stated by Rupa Goswami from the tradition of Skanda Purana. Atos Krishna Namadi Nabhavat Gachamindriya Shabanmukho Jivada Shamabhaspuratpada. The name, qualities, pastimes of Krishna can never be perceived by the senses. Only when in the mode of the service we try to utter it by using our tongue, then it can be achieved only. So I think so today the main point I wanted to discuss that we are not interested in karma kanda and jnana kanda, because that is very dangerous. We want to start the level again from 10, where we got failed. Not from, again, he told that, like in this lifetime, maybe I am an engineer, or I am, he was a celebrity or a doctor, but in my next life, I have to again start the knowledge. They say they come. No, I can't say in my previous life. Even if I am a Jatishwara, like I can remind what I was in my previous life. Still, I have to go through from the beginning, learning the very basics. But at Krishna Consciousness, it's very nice and grace, special grace from Krishna. Salpam apis dharmasya trayato mahat bhayat. Even if we can do, even if we do a little bit of practicing in Krishna Consciousness, that we can get delivered from so many, dangerous consequences in our life. So I'm going to finish it here, and today is very auspicious, appearance or maybe disappearance of Mukunda Datta and Kalavacha Sridhar. To be honest, Kalavacha Sridhar, I must say, is one of the prominent and heart-touching character in Chaitanya Leela for me. Especially if we read Chaitanya Bhagavad, it's so nicely described there. And Mahaprabhu, he was making so fun with him. He was going to him and he was fighting with him. So, Kalavacha Sridhar, he was saying that you are a Brahman. You are the son of a Brahman, so it's not good for you to snatch away, steal my stuffs. But Mahaprabhu told, no, I am the Brahman, so if you don't give me, I will curse you. And it's so nice saying, like in Chaitanya Bhagavad it is mentioned, Sridharer lao khai Prabhu dugdha marichir jhale. What is the English for in India or Nepal, maybe kodu, the English of kodu, lao?
It's a
Butul gourd, the long...
ash fruit.
No, it's a vegetable.
Gourd,
It's a
ash
vegetable.
gourd.
I don't have mobile. Maybe
No,
I can
they
take it
make
later.
without this in mayapur they have.
What is the name?
Asgard.
Asgard. Quand t'écris?
ASHGURD.
Yeah, something like this. So Mahaprabhu was eating Sridhar from Sridhar. He's taking the lau, the Bengali of lau. And then he used to cook it. Sridhare lau khai Prabhu dugdha marichire jhale.
Asgard. Kurz, but it's not the normal kurz, but
Yes.
kurz.
Yeah, it's a little bit changed. It's almost the same.
It's a French variety.
Yeah, but it's
As it's very
almost like this. It's a little bit more longer in size. Kodu. Lau kodu.
Melon d'hiver.
Yeah. So Mahaprabhu used to cook this with milk
Asgard.
and with chili. So Mahaprabhu was using chili. Yes.
Where is it written?
Yeah, I can show you. Yeah,
Oh
to be
my
honest,
God.
I was a little bit confused about this. While in the meeting we took this decision that no chili. Then I was thinking about this line. Sridhara lau khai Prabhu dugdha marichire jhale. Maris means chili. So Mahaprabhu was using chili because that was the actual Bengali culture, always using chili in spicy. But anyway, I'm not sure what is going on nowadays in our ISKCON tradition for the deity. So if our authority admit that, then it's okay.
Yeah, it was. It's Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who asked to one of his Kashishvaras. I think he sent him to Vrindavan to establish the deity standard for Govinda Dev. And he told him, you take the same deity standard for cooking that there is in Japan.
Yeah.
You apply there. And there, for a long time, Govinda Dev Ji was not fed any vegetables grown
Okay.
like potatoes, carrots, things like that. And no chili.
I have not put any contradiction. I'm just saying if it is authorized by our authority, then it's okay. Okay.
Yeah, there is also a tradition about non-chili Gaudiya.
Okay. Anyway, no, it's not good for me. Now I got habituated. It's okay for me. so anyway, so Mahaprabhu was doing, and the condition, to be honest, the condition was very like Sridhar was highly impoverished. He was really so poor that water was coming in his house while there is even a little bit of rain, and the sun was smiling in his room, like sunlight is entering totally. And Mahaprabhu was saying, Mahaprabhu was testing Sridhar. Sridhar, you see, you have so like a heart, so poor condition of your heart. The sun is coming and you are getting rained every time. But Sridhar said, somehow Prabhu, my life is going on. Still I have a heart. There are many people, they don't have heart. And he's saying that you don't have even the proper cloth to wear.
You should worship Goddess Chandi.
Yeah, Goddess Chandi. You see, those who are worshipping the Chandi means Kali, or one form of Durga. So they are so opulous, they are so opulent. But why you are worshipping Ganga? Why you are worshipping Vishnu? That's not good. Mahaprabhu is just like chastising, like testing him. But then he told, my dear Lord, it's okay. My life is somehow going on. Still, my life is going on. So later, Mahaprabhu told, but I think you have a great treasury, but you are keeping it hidden. I'm sure you have the great treasury. So Mahaprabhu was indicating that actually you have a great treasury of the love of Krishna. And later, it's really so nice. To be honest, while maybe it's due to our mother tongue, it's much more delicious for us. And all of these leelas are so nice. And while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was showing his Mahaprakash Leela, he was giving the benediction to all of the devotees. Then he told someone, bring Sridhara. And then when Sridhar came, and Mahaprabhu was asking him to take the benediction, and he showed. Then Sridhar told, "Oh my dear Lord, I just only want this, nothing else. The Lord who was stealing and snatching my foods, the same Lord, he be my worshipable in my entire life." So just imagine if we try to go deeper of this lila. So interesting this is, no? And there are many other leelas, but we are already surpassing the time. Today I was trying to sing a little bit with harmonium. That took maybe 10 minutes. And there is like Mukunda Datta, Vasudev Datta. So Mukunda Datta, he was a singer, no? So there is nice saying, Mukunda Amridangaloya Nachite Thoya Thoya. Like Mukunda, he took the mridanga in the Sankirtan time. He took the mridanga and he's dancing Thoya Thoya. Thoya Thoya means like 1 foot. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So one time he was putting his right hand on up, then the left hand. So it's like Thaya Thaya. So Mukunda, but Mahaprabhu was a little bit irritated one of his behavior, because he was so addicted to kirtan, Harinam Kirtan. Wherever there was kirtan, he used to go there, even if it's the kirtan of Shahjiya. So even like wherever there was kirtan, though he was pure-hearted, but wherever even the Shahjiyas, there are so many Shahjiyas in Bengal, even if you still go. Though to be honest, we are like my mother and father, they are from the Shahjiya line discipline. And to be honest, only for the blessing of these Shahjiyas we are in ISKCON. Because from our childhood, they taught us how to sing. My mother and father, though they are now cultivating, following the principle of ISKCON. But at that time, they were in the Shahjiya. But when we were a child, like my mother and father, they always engaged me in the night during the evening, it was a must for us not to go out and sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So anyway, we are just got this inclination to singing a little bit and getting inclination to God, and that helps us to go to ISKCON. And to be honest, that's why we never blame these Shausiyas. We never criticize them because that was their blessing in one sense. So Mukunda was going in these places because he was so addicted to kirtan. So, but Mahaprabhu was a little bit irritated. So while he was showing his Mahaprakash Leela to all the devotees, so everyone was saying, Prabhu, Mukunda is not here. Why don't you call him? But Mahaprabhu said, no, I want to give my mercy to him because he is like a prostitute. He's going to everyone. Like a prostitute takes, company of every man without any discrimination. So devotees there became so, feeling so bad, and they were urging to Mahaprabhu, please give the benediction and shelter. And that is a nice and interesting point of the devotees. And we should cultivate this, to be honest, not being envious to others. When Srila Prabhupada in the purport of Chaitanya Charitamrita and in the chapter of Sarvabhauma, deliverance of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, in one of the verses Srila Prabhupada mentioned, Chhariya Vishnu Vishwabha Nistara Paya Chekeba, Narottam Das Thakur sang this without the serving of the Vaishnavas. There is no other way. No one can get the love of Godhead. And there, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that we see that there are some people, they are making argument and they are criticizing us, especially me when I am giving initiation to the Westerners. They say they are nature, they are eating everything, but according to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was giving the mercy to everyone. So Srila Prabhupada was mentioning different points there. And then Srila Prabhupada told that we should ignore these Vaishnavas. Though it is mentioned by Narottam Das Thakur, we should always serve the Vaishnavas, but we should be careful all of this person, those who are highly envious to the Vaishnavas. And we know many incidents that happened with Srila Prabhupada. So that's why there is nice verse Kunti Devi told in the Srimad Bhagavatam while she was praying to Lord Krishna. So nice verse. And there are many verses starting from Namo Pankajanabhaya, Krishnaya Vasudevaya. Oh, sorry, I forgot the first one. So there was one verse, Namo Pankajanabhaya, Namo Pankajamalini, Namo Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangre. Then there was a nice verse that I want to recite. I forgot many verses actually. Nowadays I am not practicing. So she told that Srinnanti Gayanti, Grinanti Abhishas Smaranti Nandanti Tavahitam Jana Shayeva Pashanti Achirena Tavakam Bhava Prabhaha Uparvam Padambujam. So she told that those who are reciting, those who are hearing, listening, and feeling happiness when someone is doing so, when someone is getting elevated in the bhakti, and they are not envious to them, and they feel also happy, they are the proper devotee of Lord. So it's 9:15. So I should stop here. So Mukunda Datta, by the urge of the devotees, while they are urging to Mahaprabhu to give mercy to him, so Mahaprabhu told, okay, after million times birth, maybe, no, Prabhu, it was like million, Mukunda will get mercy from me. Then Mukunda, hearing this, she was dancing in ecstasy. Okay, somehow I will get Mahaprabhu's mercy one day. And then Mahaprabhu told, okay, now all of his million births has finished within one moment, because she danced in ecstasy and he has full trust upon me. Then Mahaprabhu called Mukunda and he gave his benediction to Mukunda Datta. Mukunda Datta Prabhu ki Jai, Jai Kulabacha Sridhar Prabhu ki Jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Thank you for your kind patience. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Yeah, sometimes to be honest, it's so interesting. You can't stop.